Well, welcome, Stu. It's 2026.
Yes, official. I am a
Not,
week into my recovery period.
and how's that going?
Great. I feel great, Jim.
You feel fantastic?
Yeah, I've been going easy, sleeping well,
Uh-huh.
eating well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm doing this for 2 more weeks, and then I may
Okay.
just keep on doing it.
So are you doing this? Am I doing the same thing you're doing, or you gave me something slightly different than what you're doing?
I'm doing something similar to what you're doing. I'm just
Okay.
like I pull back a little bit easier on the workouts and really just focused on recovery,
I
like
gotcha.
de-stressing, decluttering, everything. And
Okay.
yeah, it's because usually when I work out, I just like go hard, right? I'm
Right.
pushing myself and you know, trying to see what I can gain. And now I'm just like, you know what? Let's just go into this year. Let's work off all the stress from the previous 6 weeks and just go into a year well rested, well tested, ready to go.
Okay. Well,
So
what
yes,
most people
very
do,
excited.
what most people do is they just hit it hard for 2 weeks, and then the next 50 weeks they're just worried about the next year. So I'm eager to try this new method,
Yeah.
which is super cool. Well, I have some interesting news before we get to our topic. I finally, after a year, I just got the letter from the attorney about Easy Button,
Oh.
and Easy Button now is officially a registered trademark, which is, I think that's pretty cool.
That's
That's the
very
first
cool.
first registered trademark I've ever had. So now
I can't believe no one's ever done that.
well, no, it's Easy Button as it pertains to AI copywriting and content creation software. They got to spell out the whole thing of what it is and how it works for, so
Oh,
if
I love it.
somebody wanted to redo, remember the Reebok pump sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, somebody could come out with Easy Button sneakers that you whacked on the thing, and
Yeah.
as long as
Well,
they didn't have AI in the sneakers, we'd be good.
well, Office Depot has the easy button, right? They
Yes,
have the word easy on top of a button.
they have the
Completely
word.
different.
I've got
Completely
one of
different.
those around here, but yeah, it's for different trade purposes. It's for, a whole different business,
No, that's
all
cool.
that good stuff. So yeah, there you
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Staples. Sorry.
it's a you're
Not
getting a
Office
letter from
Depot.
somebody.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's been a whole big education on it. And then once you're using it, you got to prove how you're using it, and you have to, there's a whole thing with it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. What's up, Vicky? Um, so that's kind of, we got that going for us, right?
Yeah, that's big.
And yeah, I think especially if you see some of the cool things we got coming out, it's
Some
going to be
merch.
even, yeah, going to be even cooler. We think we should do merch.
Why not?
Okay. Well, we'll get with Nancy about some Easy Button merch. Um, so that's pretty cool. What's up, Larry? Um, Something else cool that's going on. Um, we're doing the final edit on AI copy hacking secrets, the sequel to copywriting secrets. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool. Um,
I mean, this is getting updated.
no, it's getting a sequel.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah, it's basically it's the AI workbook. If you really want to look at it that way, it's the AI. It's how you would do copywriting secrets with AI.
Love it.
So that's pretty cool. So what's up, Mary? So that's pretty cool. Trying to think of any other cool updates. Um, well, yeah, and lots of new features and capabilities within the software that we're deploying. that are actually in there now that I'm developing new stuff for you all using that. In fact, we're going to give a little sneak peek demo of something that I think is going to get you pretty excited, Stu, because I don't know if you saw the newsletter today.
I missed it today. I
Okay.
was writing an article.
That's okay. The newsletter today is basically all about basically the 3 essential calendars for marketing success. And so talking about if you just have like a promo calendar, you're going to fail miserably. And so I would encourage y'all to read that article. But we're going to talk today a little bit about, what should be on your strategic calendar for the year. It's very different to say, hey, launch this and, I'm going to do this launch. I'm going to do this launch. I'm going to release this. And then you're like, okay, well, how the hell do you get it into action? And then even if you do that, how do you actually create a strategic promotion calendar that gives you enough to be able to stay on track, but doesn't restrict you so much that you can't react and be able to adapt to what's going on in that particular time of year, or in your life, or in other people's lives, or in the news and in the world and stuff like that. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to demo something for you here in a minute. So, but Stu, hold up your calendar so people can see the high-tech calendar that you use to manage and promote your business.
You want to hear another thing that I am doing, Jim?
Sure.
All right, you'll like this. This is pretty as basic as this is, right? This is about as analog as you can get.
Pretty much, other than using crayons in your hand.
Right. But I am doing a little bit of research on answer engine optimization.
Okay.
And we briefly discussed this, since a lot of people are using ChatGPT and other AI models to
Gemini,
ask questions. Yeah, or asking
Grok.
questions instead of going to Google and asking questions. So instead of search engine optimization, we're doing answer engine optimization. So what does that mean? I luckily have been answering questions and putting them in article format for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I have pretty good answer engine optimization on my website, but I have been just going back into all articles and just placing the question that my article is answering.
Okay.
And it's real easy. Like, how much rest do you need before you take a fitness test? I got taper articles. I have mobility day before the PST articles, and I'm just putting that in there somewhere either in the header or even in the title, and just seeing what happens. I don't know. I don't know if anything's going to happen, but I am I'm intrigued by the possibility, and I think it might be worth the time investment of just adding in the question that is very common to your readers and listeners to do that.
So give me an idea of a question that someone might ask that you're trying to hit.
Okay.
Okay, well, this is not off to an
how do you swim the combat swimmer stroke?
How do you swim the combat swimmer stroke? Okay. Oh shit, look at that. AI overview tells what to do, and there's a Stu Smith video.
Well, there's an that video says, what is the combat swimmer stroke? I put it in question format in the title.
Okay. Okay, give me another one.
How much rest before the military fitness test?
How much rest do you need before the military fitness test? Let's see what it's got. And if people that know, these little links here kind of bust
Right.
stuff out. Oh, look at, here's one. I bet that's you. I recognize those kind of pictures.
Yep, that's me.
All right. What about this one? Still you. Still you. Still you.
Right.
All right. Well, let's go to AI mode. It's thinking. It's searching. I don't know if that's you or not.
Can't tell.
Probably somebody that
No,
stole it from you.
not me.
Okay. All right, but
Like, go to Chat GPT and ask about the combat swimmer stroke.
okay.
What is the combat swimmer stroke?
What is the combat swimmer stroke? What's up, Lawrence? Happy New Year. It's a low profile, energy efficient swimming technique. How to do combat side stroke. Do we know who that is?
No, that's probably the Navy's official
Okay.
site. Looks like their official website.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm trying to get better at it. That's all.
Okay.
Survival swimming training, huh? Never heard of them. Interesting.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Good format though.
And that may be why they, I mean, I think that's interesting. Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what comes of this. I know that this is a new thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Dave? Yeah, it's a new thing, and as with everything, and everybody and their brother is going to be an expert. It's like SEO from 1997.
Yes.
You know, there's going to be all kinds of stuff.
AEO.
Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of stuff around this that you're supposed to do, and there'll be all sorts of dogma and doctrine and dyed in the wool advice, and people will be fighting about it in the streets, and you know, it'll, well, and okay, just for grins.
I think the thing I'm doing, Jim, is just being a little more intentional about my content and just placing a question in there.
Okay,
That's all.
we're gonna
It doesn't really change anything I do.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just want to, let's see if Grok, if your boy
Elon.
comes up with something for you. Okay, why didn't that work? Elon don't like me.
Maybe
Okay,
you need the Super Grok upgrade.
why? I don't know why the hell it's not working.
It's all right.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm.
Go to Gemini.
Isn't that what? I actually pay for Gemini. But Gemini is part of Google, so I would kind of assume that it.
Right.
Masterclass, something or other. Wikipedia, sensational swim school. Wikipedia, that's interesting. It's hitting up Wikipedia a couple times.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I think it'll be interesting. I think you're right. I also, though, the one thing I don't know how many. Now, this is just us just talking. Okay, I'm not poo-pooing anything. We're just thinking. How many people actually are going to go beyond just what the chat bot tells them? And you
And
guys that are watching in
look
the
into the link.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not poo-pooing it.
No, you're right.
And the other side of the argument is anyone that does click the link and want to go for more is, I mean, they're serious. They're wanting, I mean, it's like I found that, when I found you for people talking about improving pull-ups and stuff through a GoRuck thing. And so, I mean, I went and found you because
Right.
I saw a discussion. So I'm not poo-pooing it. I'm just saying, the objective is how do we insert ourselves into the conversation the person's trying to have and
Exactly.
have them not just have the conversation with a chatbot,
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thought. And all you can do is just pay attention to what the hell's going on.
Right.
So has your marketing, and so I'd be interested in the comments, what y'all think on this, if it's something that's on your radar. I know I've actually been approached by multiple people telling me that they can help me optimize my business and everything for this. Have not done anything with it because I don't think anybody really knows how to actually do it yet. But that's just my opinion. Okay. Just saying. I've seen this pattern many times before, and you got to kind of wait for it all to shake out. But anyway.
Yeah.
How is your marketing going so far, Stu? We're a week in. Are you giving up or are you doubling down?
I just wrote an article, sent a newsletter out this morning before this, and still going. Couple social media posts, and yeah, it's what I do.
So one of the things, and really with working with the team and thinking about what actually works and keeps us organized, and what we've been doing now for a couple of years that feels like it's working, is producing demonstrable results. So it feels good. We have data that backs up that it's working. There's less stress over it as long as I keep up. More mental clarity, more focus, customers getting stuff out of it. There's some things that I've seen that if you can have them in your calendar, it will really help you to stay on track. And I think also there's I'm really having a problem. Well, not a problem, but I'm seeing that we need to look at and address something where we're not just adding to the pile of information. We're not just adding to the pile of data every day for people, if that makes sense. So it's we just saw there, we can go and find out what the combat swimmer stroke is 9 ways from Sunday from everybody's chatbot, and plus or minus, you can find out from AI what the combat swimmer stroke is and how it works. Okay. And in theory, how you're supposed to do it. You can find some videos of some people that will demonstrate it. So, is teaching someone the combat swimmer stroke in and of itself really all that valuable? And the answer is probably not. But where the real value comes from is knowing how to fix it when someone's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Knowing from practical experience why you need to get really good at this, and all of the things around the topic of the combat swimmer stroke that can only come from someone who's done it in the real world in the way that they, in the place that they want to do it, and also has seen so many people do it that you can instantly spot when somebody's doing it wrong or how they can do it better. which is not something that AI can do because AI cannot have experience. It just can't. Okay.
True.
So rather than coming up with a calendar where it says stuff like explain combat swimmer stroke, okay, maybe it would be better for your topic. Let's say let's say that your topic for the month is combat swimmer stroke, okay,
Okay.
but then week 1 is biggest mistakes people make with combat swimmer stroke.
Yeah.
You know, story, how combat swimmer stroke, you know, I don't know, saved me on during buds or something like that. You know, you know, 2 miles into an ocean swim, real world combat swimmer stroke story. Okay. And you tell a story about you're doing the combat swimmer stroke and you decide in the middle of it to pull a Hershey bar out of your web belt and eat it in the middle of the ocean or something for energy. I don't know. Alden told me something about eating a Snicker bar like 500 yards offshore or something one time. I don't know. It was, but my point is that's the kind of stuff that AI cannot provide people.
True.
That makes you awesome. But it's hard to think of that stuff. But what if there was a way that you could automatically create that entire plan? So what if you could create, you see, probably see where I'm going with this, Stu.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
Stu, what if
Is there a
you
genie
could,
for this?
nah, stop.
Oh,
That's
come
too
on.
soon. Too soon.
Come
Too
on, come
soon.
on, come
Too
on, come on.
soon. Too soon. What if you could, based on your avatar and your primary offer stack, okay, so your big thing that you're selling, and you could decide, okay, what is my big overriding theme for the year? Okay, so just as an example, like avatar, a speaker, trainer, coach, someone that wants to become an author, leverage a book,
Right.
offer, write your book, launch your book, publish your book. Okay, that whole program. And then the theme is your book as a business. Now, what if you could have 12 months of topics? What if each one of those months was broken down into, or sorry, 12 months of themes. Each was broken down into 4 topics. Then it was also broken down in such a way that it gave you topics that weren't designed to add to people's homework, but to reframe their beliefs so that you are actually creating stuff that might impact people. And then what if, I mean, you probably want to make money as you're going along, right, Stu?
That'd be nice.
So what if it also created quarterly income opportunities for you? In other words, it helped you brainstorm based on the time of year, based on your offer, based on your avatar, based on your theme, original ideas for extra stuff that you could do quarterly to promote, whether it's a unique promo angle on your existing offer or other additional things you could create or offer. How cool would that be?
I
So
like
you
it.
could plan that, because what we do at the beginning of every year, we plan out our main theme, we plan out our 12 topics, our 12 themes every month. Then we know what our topics are weekly, and then those all translate into our shows, our articles, our updates, all that good stuff, so that we're able to just keep everything rolling down the trail.
Nice.
By the way, we're going to be teaching an entire masterclass on this on the 20th of this month, and then there'll be genie hacking on the 21st.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a little preview of what, you know, I'm going to let you see the tool.
I like it.
But what if you could have all this put together in like 10 minutes?
I like it.
Instead of spending a week or 2 weeks trying to figure this out, even if you could. Okay. You guys tell me in the comments, does that sound kind of cool? Do you want to see the tool? Do you want me to demo the tool for you? Do you want to wait until the 21st or the 20th? But I think it'd be fun to show. So, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to use a real life stew example. Okay. So this is in beta right now. Y'all ask for stuff. We don't, you don't get access to this yet. But we will give access to this on the 20th. Okay. So this is the yearly strategic calendar, Jeannie. And I'll do a new project. I'm going to have the easy button dialed into this. But we're going to look for one of Stu's avatars. You want to do the never quit stretching avatar?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. And basically this works with Avatar Junior and then a full stack Genie. So let's see what this one, I don't remember what this on. I'm just grabbing your stuff. Nah, that's the getting to and through buds thing. Let's see what we got for. We'll do the mental toughness one. Okay.
Okie dokie.
And see if we got a mental toughness. We don't have a, okay, so watch this. We're going to make a mental toughness Avatar Junior real quick. So we'll go to Avatar. I'll show you how fast we can do this using the easy button. All rights reserved. So we're going to really do the easy button on this one. We're going to come over here to Amazon. We're going to do never quit. Mindset. And we're just going to grab this whole thing and we're going to dump this in the easy button of the Avatar Junior and come up with an avatar real fast for never quit. All right. That looks pretty good. We're just going to go with that. So save, Stu, never quit, mindset, book, avatar. Okay. So now we can come over here. We can load the avatar that we just made. And let's make sure we got your mental toughness mastery programs in there. So now up at the top, it asks you for what's your top level theme. Okay, so you could say mental toughness or something like that, but I'm going to show you a neat little tool if you're not sure what the big annual theme you want to do. What year do you want to do? 2026? Obviously.
Sure.
So now we're going to click build. And again, all I did was I loaded your loaded your offer, loaded your Avatar Junior. So the first wish, it'll brainstorm annual themes, like the overarching theme potentially based on this. So unbreakable confidence, mastering mindset, resilient achievement, conquering self-doubt, building mental resilience, embrace the challenge, thrive through adversity, strengthening inner resolve, transforming doubt into strength, championing a never quit mindset. Which one of those like would be the thing that you would focus on for the year?
Probably turning failure into learning experiences. Was that one of them?
No, but is that what you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want, that's basically going to be the theme for the year.
Yes.
Okay, so turning failure
It's like chapter 6 of my
into
Never Quit Mindset book.
learning experiences. Okay, I can't spell experiences, but that's okay. So I'm going to save this. So that's all we got to do. So we click down here, I changed that, added that. So now we're going to build your strategic, revenue-driven 12-month content marketing calendar. And this thing ends up being like 10, 12 pages long. So it takes it a minute to fill the thing out. But what it's going to do is it's going to create your overall plan for the year, just kind of an explanation of what your strategy is. Then it's going to break down quarterly what would be the big quarterly things you could potentially do. Then it's going to break it down month by month and week by week, what your themes are, what your topics are, and the belief or really what we're trying to reframe for people, and give it to you in a way that then you can use that to use the other genies to be able to create the content, to be able to create your newsletters, your blogs, all that stuff. And this really just creates a roadmap that's actually going to work, as opposed to something that sounds good until you try and implement it.
Okay.
So again, this takes a little bit because it is humming behind the scenes. So, but like I said, once it's done, you know, you can go through and edit it. Might take you 20 minutes to go through it, 30 minutes to go through. I mean, even if it took you an afternoon,
right,
to go from 0 to your entire strategic plan for the whole year, is pretty freaking amazing. Okay, so
I would agree.
I'm gonna just, so we'll look at a little bit of this, but you know, logic of the year revolves around transforming self-improvement seekers into resilient achievers through the theme of turning failure into learning experiences. Each month we'll build foundational beliefs and skills that progressively dismantle self-doubt, instill a never quit mindset, and reinforce the value of resilience and mental toughness. So here you go. So here's some things that you could do. So quarterly monetization options. So Q1, start your year aligns with fresh goals, renewed motivation. So one option is just sell the whole thing, highlighting comprehensive approach to building resilience, and really emphasize that it's January and this is the time to do it. Another opportunity, launch a New Year Resilience Bootcamp, live online workshop focusing on overcoming self-doubt through community learning and shared experiences. Another option, hold a free webinar titled Build Your Resilience, Learning from Failure, followed by a Q&A session. And ultimately, you'd use it as a list builder, and then you'd pitch your thing. So now it'll tell you, hey, you know, Q2, spring, renewed energy, giving you some options and stuff here. Summer, an angle to promote the big thing. Again, Summer Resilience Challenge. And then now we're into, you know, Q4. Now just some examples, okay? Monthly theme, focus on overcoming self-doubt. This month capitalizes on motivation to improve. So week 1, embracing challenges as learning experiences. Week 2, the power of the never quit mindset. Week 3, building psychological resilience. Week 4, setting intentions for mental toughness. And it gives you, you know, old belief, new belief, leverage. Okay, so, you know, failure is unacceptable. Failure is a stepping stone. Dude, you could, I could see you talking for 10 minutes on failure. You know, the old belief, everybody says failure is unacceptable, but you're much more apt to get a great result if you look at failure as a stepping stone.
Yep.
And really redefine failure not as failure, but as feedback.
Yes.
So, I mean, look at this. Quitting solves problems. Persistence breeds success. Stress is debilitating. Stress is an opportunity for growth. I won't succeed if I fail. Success is built on resilience, and you can't be resilient if you've never failed. So, I mean, that's...
Yeah, resilience is ugly.
So
Resilience is ugly. The process of it is, yeah, it's like
Feb-
sausage.
February, I love sausage.
Yeah, making it
Nobody
though.
wants to watch it make.
Right.
Harnessing lessons learned from failure. Okay, learning from setbacks, stories of resilience, celebrating progress and growth, developing a growth mindset. March, fostering mental strength. Okay, so week 1, techniques for mental toughness. Old belief, resilience is inborn. New belief, resilience can be cultivated. Strategies for overcoming self-doubt, role of accountability and resilience, developing a healthy coping mechanism. April, building adaptability. So look at these. This is not saying, hey, make 10 tips for being this. This is about changing beliefs, which ultimately is what is going to be the most important thing we can do as marketers as AI kind of takes over the data sphere of here's how to do the combat swimmer stroke, but Stu's going to teach you and show you what to do if combat swimmer stroke's not working. What happens if you have cramps? What happens if this happens? Here's what somebody does wrong. If this is happening, this is what's wrong. I'll give you an example. So this past weekend, I had a great opportunity on Sunday to be out on my home range with my grandsons and my son-in-law, who's basically my son. And John is now the training sergeant at the sheriff's department, and
That's cool.
so now he comes over and runs all the training on me and stuff. Okay, so Stu, somebody's shooting at a target and all their hits are coming, or misses are coming here. What are they doing wrong?
Oh, if they're right-handed, they're pushing it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
They're
anticipating.
jerking the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're jerking the trigger and
Yeah.
anticipating the recoil.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they're hitting over here or missing over here, what are they doing?
It could be a couple things. What do you think?
Limp wristing it.
Yeah.
Too much limp wristing it and pushing too hard with the support hand.
Right.
Okay. Too
There
much
you go.
pressure
Yeah.
and not a tight enough grip. Okay. So here's the thing. ChatGPT ain't gonna diagnose that. ChatGPT can't show you the proper grip, can't show you how to look at your fingernails to tell if you're holding something tight enough. Okay. Only someone with direct experience can teach you something like that. And so that's where the value for us is. It's not in the theoretical data stuff, it's in the practical. Here's how it really works in the real world. And ultimately, and this is the stuff that I've been geeking out on, ultimately, as far as the end receiver, the consumer of whatever it is we're putting out is concerned, the only stuff they really pay attention to is stuff that impacts a problem they really want to solve, a desire they really want to achieve, or something related to those two things that challenges or affects or is perceived as being impacted by some sort of a belief.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, I mean, now we're getting really kind of down into the nitty gritty and stuff, but that's, I mean, it's what are your beliefs about, and then we get into beliefs about self, we get into beliefs about possibility, other people, but really just at a core is the belief. There's some belief, there's something that if we can challenge it they'll pay attention. If we can threaten it, they'll pay attention. If we can support it, they'll potentially pay attention, as long as it involves this kind of stuff. Okay.
That's really smart.
And what we want is stuff with a high level of intensity. And how do we have a high level of intensity? It's a really bad problem, and it's a really strong desire.
Mm.
But if you really think about the stuff where somebody's going to pay attention, man, I really want to go be a Navy SEAL, okay? And I'm scared shitless that if I don't get this under control, I'm going to fail, okay? And so that's the emotion. And then the belief is, do I believe Stu Smith can help me? Do I believe that I'm capable of getting into shape? Do I believe that if I do, I mean, it's just beliefs. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of different beliefs and stuff like that. And I'm not going to, if you want to know all about beliefs and stuff, go look at Tony Robbins crap or whatever. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Also, the 18-year-old brain believes way too much.
What do you mean?
They're just overconfident, don't need people, don't need others. They're ready.
Yeah.
And that's, it's just the way it is. So selling the 18-year-old brain is the challenge for me.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, this right here, that's, they say we live in an attention economy now, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Hitting these is how you get people to pay attention. Beliefs about what they think they can and can't do, what's possible, what's not possible, all that stuff. Anyway, and then another, I just really been geeking out on this a lot. This is what happens when I stop teaching a class every single freaking day for weeks and weeks and weeks, like we did for the Write Your Book stuff, when I was just busy every day. But another, objections. Okay. Those are beliefs that when you start talking about people's objections about stuff, why, and a lot of objections are whys, why I can't do, why I can't do something, why I can do something. This is where our experience makes us rich. But everybody wants to, let me show you the 5 secrets to, not getting norovirus from a public restroom,
differing opinions could,
right.
you have a belief and somebody has a different way of doing it, and you're like, whoa, cowboy.
Yeah. Ooh, easy, sailor. Yeah, I beliefs and emotion and all that stuff go hand in hand. But I also have been noticing lately, and I actually had a conversation with Susan about this, because I noticed myself having negative reactions. And it's when a belief gets challenged or questioned. And I think what's happening now is people, I mean, this is getting kind of deep, okay, but who cares? Y'all can comment. But I think as AI becomes more pervasive, our beliefs are going to be challenged and affected more, and we're not even going to realize it. And so we got to be conscious of how we're being manipulated by stuff, whether on purpose or by accident or just in general. Case in point. Okay, let me ask you a question, Stu.
Okie dokie.
Do you look at YouTube, or you just post stuff on YouTube?
I look at it and post.
Does it bother you when you feel like you have been emotionally manipulated by an AI video?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't think I have been, but maybe I haven't even noticed. But
well, let me ask
would
you
it bother me? Yeah, it probably would bother me that I
okay,
was.
so like, let me I'll give you an example from my own thing. Okay. Somebody I watched a video that showed a puppy making friends. It looked like the puppy was making friends with a baby fox, and the baby fox came, they played, then it showed them like
Yeah.
growing a little bit, and it was like, I'm like, duh, Fox and the Hound, duh. But it was, it showed like time lapse and stuff. And then one day the fox came back with its own puppy, with its own pups, to say hi to the puppy dog, to the dog that had grown up too. And then I realized, wait a minute, this ain't real. It's
This is a
AI. And I
AI
felt
video.
extremely manipulated, because I was
Huh.
almost in tears over it because it was so awesome. And then I realized it was AI, and I was pissed. Thank you, Susan. A fox puppy's called a kit.
Mm.
And I was pissed, dude.
Hmm.
And then when I see these videos, like especially shorts,
Yeah.
where something's happening, and I'm like, and then you realize it's AI, and you're like, that's okay. For example, I saw a video of a guy that looked like a special operator jumping out of a helicopter with a one of those Malinois strapped to him, and it was really cool looking. And then he jumped out, and they did like that halo flip like that, and then they went over, and then the parachute popped open, and then he instantly had done 180 degrees and was coming back towards the camera when it was impossible that he could have done it. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know why it annoys me,
Huh.
but I feel like but my belief is that I'm being manipulated.
It's probably not a bad like reaction to have, be honest with you. I think that is a nice defensive measure, be honest with you.
I was looking at some notes I wrote before AI was even a thing, because I had this whiteboard over when I was over in the basement over in the other house, and I found this whiteboard that got covered up with shelving, and I just never erased the whiteboard.
Oh.
And here's what I wrote on there in big. Okay, we don't read anymore, we react.
Mm.
And that was, that was a big thought. I mean, this is from like 5 years ago. And I think that's, what causes a reaction? A belief being questioned, a belief being reframed, a belief being challenged, But if you do it right, that's a way to get people to pay attention to you. If you do it wrong, that's a way to get people to pay attention to you and be pissed off.
Good
But
point.
I really think that the whole belief thing is, and beliefs is where we're going to find our relevance. You know, I mean,
Yep.
think about it. All the stuff that we talk about with soul, stories, observations, unique perspective, lessons learned, all that stuff. Okay. All that stuff is directly related to emotion and beliefs about what we think is true based on our experience, our lived experience.
Yeah.
And that's good. I'm seeing comments and stuff. Yeah, that's the currency of what we're gonna have.
Damn.
And on social media, pissed off is currency. Rage bait.
Yeah.
Crap. Well, I think this was such a deep. Hang on. Apparently, my surge protector is dying.
Uh-oh.
It's a clear day, no wind. So obviously we need to have a power fluctuation that causes my thing to want to crap out. So I think that's probably a good place to stop.
No, it's good. It's a
discussion.
lot to think about, and I like your idea to kind of be on the lookout for these manipulating videos, because it's how people get clicks these days.
Well, yeah, I think also just this back to the idea though of beliefs and emotion and other stuff like that, getting people to pay attention. Mary, you will get access to the calendar genie, the yearly strategic calendar genie that I just demoed. You get access to that on the 20th when I do the masterclass. So I'm still messing with it. I've spent a couple of weeks on it because I actually had a couple of weeks to spend on thinking it through. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it actually. Okay, well, Stu, if people want to get in shape, where
They
should
can
they
find
go?
me. You can find me at StuSmithFitness.com.
Are you offering oh, and if you'd like to register for the free masterclass, so you can actually, if you're not a member of copyingcontent.ai yet, you can go to copyingcontent.ai/masterclass and sign up. Actually, this, we'll let you watch the masterclass. Obviously, you got to join to get access to the tool, but if you want to go sign up for the masterclass, you can do so.
Yeah.
You got any specials going for the first of the year? You're like, screw it. This is my black month. This is when I make my money.
Not really specials. I just, like you helped me create some bundles last year.
Right.
I'm calling those bundles my deals or my specials.
Okay.
So that's how they get it. So they get more value, might save a little bit of money.
So if you want to get Stu's
I don't have like
STDs,
20. Yeah.
You've got STDs, Stu's training deals. What?
I do not.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm glad you don't call them Happy Meals. I mean,
yeah,
again,
my
it's
bundles are
training stuff.
deals. Yes.
All right. Stu's bundles and deals. SBDs, Stu's bundle deals. Nice work. And you get that at StuSmithFitness.com. And if you're not a member of copyingcontent.ai, the home of the easy button, you should be, because then you can access all sorts of amazing tools, amazing training. Stu and I do some other cool stuff that we don't play up nearly enough, but every month we do a session called Genie Hacking, where we jump on and show you all the ways to use the genies that were never intended, but create amazing results. You also get access to Jim's desk. You get access to all the elite level tools and all kinds of cool stuff. So head on over to copyingcontent.ai and let me just check the comments for any last stuff. Looks good. Thank you for that clarification in the notes, Susan. And awesome. So appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next time. Great job, Stu. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you, as always.